Let's see if I've got my angles right. I have. We're good. All right, hey everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Except today we're not so much building a stick. It's decal time for the BF109 and the Junkers 88. The situation is such that really, we got some done on the 109. Yes, well, not yesterday, it's the other day. Be that as it may. So really, we're just going to continue on with that. And we'll get a fair bit done on the Junkers, hopefully. Is the plan. Now, before I can do anything, oh yeah. Don't mind me, guys. Now, light. Let's get you a better viewing, posse. There. Now, let us get some better light. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, I'm dealing. Now, gonna be pop the Junkers up here for a moment because what I haven't. Well, okay. We're looking obviously at the 109 here. In fact, I should probably. Now, as you can see, we've got some of the decals on. These are petting house decals, which are, yeah, they're not my preferred weapon. But in this instance, I require them to get the markings of Eric Hartman, which I haven't done. However, we need to get some. I haven't applied any decal softener yet. So we're stuck into giving the existing decals hit with that. Then we all get stuck into some work on the Junkers. Do some of that stuff. Block. Yeah. That is my lived experience. Petting house decals. That I'm going to require an absolute shitload. Decal softener and decal setter to get the backing to do that. The softener setter will do its thing with the decals. An unfortunate business, I'm sure you'll agree. Okay. Okay, so that's them. Just have a bit of what's that here in the background. Probably shouldn't explain to you guys, it's a bit TMI, nothing to do with me personally. Do with my housemate. Worth discussion. The aircraft, the one. I do like the insignia, I think it's kind of cool. Okay, now we're going to pop that aside and bring down Mr. Yonkers. Yep. Actually, keen to do the underside first. Now, one thing I am happy about with the Yonkers is fairly stable as a kit. And one thing I actually think I should do first before I proceed is you'll see some of these holes where the bomb racks have got in have been filled a bit with paint. I'll just clear some of them out, I reckon. My plan. Won't take much effort or time. And it'll need to be done anyway. I haven't got the bombs on at the moment for two reasons. One, I've been slack and I've painted them. And two, the decal needs to go right in there to that's anyway. What I'll do is I'll just clear them out to a point. And once we start trying to attach the bomb racks, now there's a decal that goes down in there, so it's probably what I haven't put the bomb racks in. Well, my back's not happy. I might need to go take some painkillers. Or maybe get a heat pack, one of the two. Heat pack will hopefully do the job. Alright, now. Decals. Oh, that was sensible of me. Put a whole stack of 109 parts in the one bag. It is not helping me to locate decals, the Yonkers, which any Robster, really, mate. Hey, you're somewhere amongst all this shit, and somewhere really obvious, like here in the box that you've just been looking at, dipshit. Issue Robster, where's the boy and have a duck, you know. They don't have a swastika. Now, normally, in my experience, airfix are not shy of that. So I would suggest maybe it's just that these get in the way. That is so. I'm comfy with that. What I might do just to... Yeah, it's just that these get in the way of any potential swastika. That's fine. I'm comfy with all of that. Yeah, sorry. Can't quite... I need to see as far out as... So these on the tail, ordinarily you might expect to find a swastika there. That's not going to happen. Some of these decals we straight out don't need. Do not need, kids. I.e. these ones. These are for when a Junkers had been acquired by the French Air Force late in the war. We are going for comfort. Let's see if I can say it. Kampfgefährder 30. Pretty totally pronounced. Never mind. Now, scalpels. Now, before I progress, one thing I would like to do, just for my own peace of mind, And here are the decals. These are the Tamiya decals for the 109. One thing I've got to say, I'm very, again, look, there's no, with the 109 seems to know no bounds, but they've done a lot of stuff that makes it real easy for you if you get it right, and all I can say that is bravo Tamiya. However, my bigger aim of the game here was to get them out. So that when I'm ready to rock and or roll with drop out the bag. With the 109, I have them immediately on hand. Convenience. And we may as well. Not good. Let's say, looks like those red squares go. I know the yellow decals there are for the bombs. Are the red squares? We will assess them. Yes, we will. Interesting. They've got some sort of the invasion stripes. There, there's the French. Anyway, where I put these. I never throw decals out. You never know when they might be handy. For a horse. These are, well, some of those decals are probably too old to be of any benefit. You'd be surprised how often they've saved my oily hide. My oily hide. Or at least having a suitable stash of them as. Because screw a deck up, and I have had some horror stories. Backup plans, kids. Now, so let's have a look. If which of those, if as I suspect, all the red square, the yellow stripes are for the bombs. Don't know if you can say when we saw them, you probably didn't. Kind of yellow, kind of, I think they're for the bombs as well. The easiest way to find this out, of course, is heaven forfend. Look at the okay. No, and they've got colour 91 for the bombs. Or was it? No. So they're called. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, black green. Actually, got Schwarzbraun for the colour. Okay, sorry, that was the colour. Just Schwarzbraun. So I got 46. So where do. That's number 49. Where is 49? I'm just checking for my own. Okay. Ah, across the wing front. Yeah, okay. That's okay. So those little red squares actually go across the edges of the wings at a certain point. I've seen that before on a Junkers. Now, what I might do, might still cut them out of the way and pop them. Where do I want to pop them? So loosely there. It's a good way to lose them. Grab a couple of, grab another bag. Bags are handy. I've invariably got a shitload of for that very reason. Ooh, convenience. Okay. Yeah. The easiest way. Alrighty. Now, what I'm also going to do once I've sliced the 20s out, they 20s, the 46s, whatever. We know what we're talking. Why do I call them 20? Lobster. Sometimes it's the brain of a duck, you know. There we go. Alright, it's them out. Must be a bit too. Yeah, it's 4 bombs. There's obviously 2 each side. They reckon it's 4 to put on for the bombs. Interesting. Interesting. I can see that actually. I've seen quite a few bombs. Why would you bother painting? You're only going to blow them up. Not my issue, peeps. Now we're also going to. Separately, I like to do the major insignia and stuff like that before I get onto tech decks. Last thing I'm going to do, the only reason I'm going excuse me, this, because the decal sheet hasn't too long to fit in that bag that I'm utilising for the other bits. There you go. Bing. First one I want to get out of the way is actually on the undercarriage. I don't normally do undercarriage stuff first up, but because this one threatens to be kind of fiddly, what it is, I've got to get decals and slide them under those. That's a wee bit clicky, but all will be well. Okay, so working for the decal 7. Okay, boom. Now this will line up. All right. Okay. All right. First of the 7s. I'll get the first one easily enough. I'll film it. This one looks like it might be a bit tighter. We might give that our first shot. That's be the guy. Right. Now, in my experience, FX decals are fairly user friendly. So here we go. Pretty sure this app will go underneath easily enough. I think so. Find out. Well, all right, kids. Let's move to I want this to be moving fairly easily, I reckon, for me to be able to slide it under. If it's moving too stiffly, it's going to be a bit of a bugger. Moving nice and easily. Chilly. Could be. So there we go this time. Come on. Wow. This is waiting, waiting, waiting. What the hell? How long is this going to take, guys? Really? Piss me now. Irritation. Irritation. All right. Yeah. Bit more, but not long. Be good to go. Finally, it was worth it. Got it in position. Exactly the correct position, I'm happy to say. Yep, boom. I was a bit concerned as to how easily that would go under there. Answer pretty easily. Breathe. Now we get the other 7 now. Maybe the other one. What a pain in the ass. Now, something I might want to consider if I'm going to go these underside ones, do I want to go the tech decks underside, which I would not normally do at this juncture. Probably, possibly. But what I will do is get all the main insignia up. Oh, there's some funky little twos there. 2 and a 4. Interesting. I'd say they got, yeah, they got the front. Oh yeah, 2 extension. Cool. Cool. Fairly easy to get to, but first, them. You know the old joke, how many roadies does it take to change a light bulb? Yeah, it's a 2, 2. At least this being Decal 7, this is why it's come to mind. Saw a roadie who was far more advanced light bulb changing. He needed 7. I tell you, it's like, let's do. Leave this in here for a while based on our previous experience. Alright, let's see how we go, shall we, kids? Not yet. Oh, shit. Well, it is heavy. This is unusually heavy for airfix in my experience. But hey, check it. Let's like it. Righty. Yeah, a bit frustrating. Didn't realise I'd taken some other bits of with it. Feel on my hands, turmeric. I tell you, messy stuff to cook with. Not messy, stainy. For God's sake, don't get it. Oh, that's my recommendation to you. There we go. This time, can you see what I'm doing there? Oh, longer. Um, yeah, nice. It's just more exposure. Okay. It's not going to be right. Now, next. There's 2 H's on the underside as well, I think. Moment. Indeed, there are. You may as well put them on. Uh, the H is full. Double time. Ding, 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 ding. Right, there's one. Where precisely we looking at? Uh, we get the better. Quiet today. So far today, anyway. Now, I guess I'll make the assumption that it's not going to be take as long in the soaking other two, but it might do. Also, in this instance, and we shall roll with that. Let's see how we go. Oh, my hard drive's dropped out. What a pisser. Yes, yes, yes. Don't know why it does that. I think it's an older hard drive. Um, and it doesn't absorb the information. I think that's what the problem could be very wrong in that assessment. Who knows? It's going to be a long soak for all of them. It'll be a bit frustrating. I don't like having to do bit of a deal. Will at least give me a slight better opportunity. There we go. This time. I don't know. That one was tall on me. Right. The other H. Ba, 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 ba. Shit. Put some more on the back of it. That would be okay. Just stuff. Right. Now, I think I'm going to do very quickly whilst I think of it. Like that. Maybe. What I'm doing. This is the area that's accidentally got water on. If I'm lucky, I can minimize it to that decal, it potentially being affected. It won't be affected dramatically. I'll get it on fairly quickly after I've gotten this H on. Damage rule, such as it is, will be negligible. The bigger concern is that in this instance, um, may interfere with the process decal. That's going to be our next one. After this one, we'll do it pretty much straight away. But the rest of them I've isolated so there's not that rush. That was my plan. Alrighty, let's do it. Identify this is going to take ages. as far as that soaking goes. What am I doing? Yes, I should have thought about this earlier. Bring the soaking bowl. Oh, easy stretching the bloody time, you Wally. Maybe even for bend. Did it? There's practicality, kids. A little bit of there, so we're still on the aircraft more. Do I want to try? Maybe. Alrighty. There we go. So at least there's the major insignia on the undercarriage done. Now we need to get this sucker into position promptly. Let's wipe this shit down. It's not going to help my cause. Righty. We'll get this into position. Go for a bit of a walk around. Listen. I'm choosing to listen. Now, what about my... I just realised I haven't done the landing one. Not that that's something that can't be done while you're doing deckling. It's a pretty easy operation. Indeed, I need to do the lining of the cockpit. No, I don't, because the actual canopy's going to be in this canopy. Right, now, pleases. Boom. Now, all right, let's have a look at that. Draw a line from that. All right, let's do it. For this, what? Uh, I've got all the major insignia on. We'll go on to the 109. Bit. Yeah. However, once I've got this decal on, I'll take that break. Don't think I'll be too long. Coffee, get some water. You off, dude? Ah, right. See how we go. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Righty. This is still being tediously time-consuming the soaking process as the rest of them. They're solid when they go on, at least. Would be a highly redeeming feature in my eyes. We can get all the major insignia on here. First session. We've got the second session. But get a little technique with it, perhaps. There we go. Okay. Easy. All right. I'm going to take that break I mentioned earlier. And when I get back, we are going to continue our work on the decals. Back soon. Alrighty, kids. I'm back, as you can gather. Yeah. Uh, Apparently this is Adlergeschwader. Look at what that means. Anyway, yeah. We want to little there. Mm. I'm thinking after this one we'll do these little. Okay. Alrighty. Visa time. Those out the way. And so it begins. Waiting. Currently speaking. Got a low sounds take. Based on our previous vehicles on this kit a long time. Mind you that beyond that though. Entertainment. What am I saying? I can bitch all I fucking like. And well too. Um No, seriously. Not that bad. Definitely not that bad. Scheme of life of the universe and everything. It's pretty damn well. Alrighty. Now, depending on how long it takes, and as to how many, depending on how many people come and pass and start chatting, will necessarily affect Cottonwood. Let's go numbers. There we go. That means that. Yeah. We're doing this Flavor Flav. Two. Here we go. That's my take on. Where's my other tweezers? Let's see. Righty. Boom. Correct. Yep. Boom. There's all. Oh, you can't be see because of the. There we go. That's a bit of a slightly better view for you. All right. Now I wanted to get those. I'm going to move the light back. Now still get a better view there. Okay, cool. Now, as far as it goes, there's only 6 insignia vehicles to go on, which is rather cool. There you go, good view of the back of my hand there. Yes, just assessing the decal we're about to place goes right in. Now, so, scalpel again. On that one. Right. Just might this one. Well, it's like smaller decal than the other ones. I'm wondering if this will go quicker. Answer probably not, but we can train. We can stream if we want to. Transpires after a fairly short length of time to be soaked. That's just what it is. Very well. Ready. And it is indeed going to be another epic piece of soaking. Waiting, waiting, waiting. I'm quietly confident that the likes of Mozart and Beethoven would have composed bloody symphonies in the times it takes to soak these decals. Hey, I'm just a bored man. I'll put it in. Start going. I think it's kind of, well, not freaky, but a bit frustrating for what adds to it. Got a like a cat in one of the room. The ball goes, it's like the ticking of the time going past. Tell you what, people, you should consider yourself lucky I don't break into a chorus of Time by Pink Floyd. Time is certainly ticking away. Here we go. There we go. Now we'll do the other one. So we got, okay, there you go. See, 2 seconds delay. Yeah, there we go. So we got that one in. We'll do the corresponding one on the other side. All pretty chipper thus far. After I got this one done, we'll go for the tails. Tail of the one. There is a tail. Beautiful. Pretty easy. Hoist. Scalpel, scalpel. Alright. Right. Well, a little bit of luck. I'll be able to show this off to him before he goes to work. Like, might not have the time to have a look, but I'll be able to. Tail insignia look pretty cool, I've got to say. Yeah. Look at them. Based on previous experience, I'm probably still going to be waiting a while for this one. How long till the premiere ones? Expecting they wouldn't be so. That's a thus far has been pretty much top draw, so with the decals wouldn't. One thing I'll mention about the Tamiya 109 that I thought was pretty cool is that they actually have a rubber seal on the back of the propeller. So basically, it is fundamentally impossible to not get that propeller to rotate. Well, that was all. Yay! Boom. That's on that side. Fantastic. Now, tail insignia. For the ships they're taken out. That goes boom. So, do this, kids. Mouthful of coffee first. Now then, the numbers back. A little line of need. And we slice off. Right. Is to wait the epic amount of time to get the vehicle itself moved. Beyond that, it will be chipper and chirpy. So, there's a whole stack of you, not actually that. It's a reference to a TV show from the 80s. I'm showing my age right there. Called The Kenny Everett Show. This do Orson Welles, that was the music in the background. Don't know what that music is. It is something, I do know that. Yeah, it'd be lines like, Orson Welles, you're not. Thus, nature rebalances itself. God, that's depressing. Shit like that was really funny at the time. Makes me go a bit of a chortle now. But there you have it. Let's see how we go, shall we? So just very thorough. That's fine. We've also done all the insignia and stuff in the fuselage as one big decal. So yeah, I'll give that a good soaking, I think. And it wouldn't want to be working against the wanted to go to fight the bloody thing. First, moving up. So grasshopper. Bigger brush I could use for this purpose. Nothing to do. Give me a moment. That's the border. That just for starters. Tricky. Moving. These two I'm a little, these two tail ones, now that I've had a good look at it, I'm a bit nervous about. Mostly because, there she is. Shit, hang on. Two. Nice. Let me just take that off camera for a moment. Come on. That's not the time. Position, damn you. There we go. That one. We're gonna put it down. It's alright. There we go. Bit of a struggle. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry, dude. I was so focused on my decals. Sorry, mate. How you doing? I'm good. How long ago did you first chat to me? Jesus. Oh, a little while ago. No, it is turned on, buddy. Yeah, I'm just getting the main decals for the Yonkers done. There's the first one for the. Don't know if it's quite straight. A bit of a prick because it's one very big decal, and maybe. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. So yeah, um, boom. Got the little ones at the front on there. We're starting to get places. I'll do the other tail insignia because I think that's going to be probably the harder one. Do I want to move that over just a little more? Um, one of the issues with this decal here, or the tail decal I'm finding, is it goes across a gap there. I think that makes it a little more challenging, particularly as I'm discovering that the decals on this kit take a long time to soak. Yeah, yeah. These insignia are for Werner Bombach, um, who got, now I'm not quite sure what the exact award he got was. It was one of the really swish ones, Iron Cross with diamonds or whatever. But ultimately for sinking 300,000 tons of allied shipping. So yeah, he's done a wee bit of damage in his time. He was stationed in Norway, so I'd say he's hitting the supply runs. I'll be perfectly honest and say I do not know how old the decals are. I would suggest, I reckon in fact, I got this. They're old. I reckon I got that kit when I was with my ex. So, and that was, I reckon they'd be at least 6 years old, so it's probably not helping the cause. Alrighty. One thing I'd also say is well, recently I've noticed that Airfix have been raising their standards as far as their kits go, and their decals have probably improved. In the same way that I found this, here we go, best way I can put it to you. I built a Typhoon of theirs recently and it was great. Nice detail, came together nicely. I've had a few experiences like that with their kits recently. This has been clunky, been more like their old ones, and I'd say that's what the deal is. So I'd say everything's just that, not quite as nice, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah, look, what's the line? No kit left behind. Um, Particularly as yeah, because I can actually say this is who this is. Boom. Here's our decal. Like I said, it's one big decal. You think about the size of the tail, that's pretty big. And because it goes across, I think, as an opinion, I think what would have been a better idea is to do one decal for that part of the tail and one for that part. That is an opinion. And let's face it, opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one. Some of them smell. Mine don't. Mine smell like roses. Yeah, look, it's that's a thing. The It's a very clunky kit. I'm just dealing with it for the time being, as far as in that context. Normally, it's not an issue on not something that happens, but yeah, this was yeah, which is life. The other hand, I'm also of the other side of the equation. The 109's coming up very nicely. We'll go get to the tech decks on that. The only issue I've got with the 109 that the petting house decals I used, yeah, heavy backing. It's going to require a lot of microsoften, a lot of decal soften rather, and a fair bit of decal setter I'd expect. However, other side of the overall Yonkers equation, we're almost done with the main insignia. Yeah, I know, I know. Now, let's see if this one's moving yet. These things were taking forever to even start moving. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Be damned. Be damned, I say. Come here. Blue tack. What's that happen this time? There we go. So, yeah, I've been. I think the age of the decals has not helped. I think you're onto something there, mate. Yeah, I actually did have that with one of. I don't know if you saw that happen with one decal I was planning on using on 109. Unfortunately, I had backups. Um, it's not an experience you'll want to go through now, is it? It's yeah, particularly if they're very specific. Ooh, one almost came up quite nice. Yeah. Don't lie to me, bitch. You want to? Now we're starting. Too far. Be over that side. Give me a moment. Happy with that. Maybe a little higher on. In particular. All right. Oh, look, you know, man, if I could, if I knew how to make stencils, I'd probably give that a whirl. Seriously. Because I just realised I had actually have speculate done on occasion tried to paint like the tail insignia on RAF aircraft. Did me? There we go. And in fact, here we go. Here's a. Well, I need to get back onto this one really, but I'll show you. That's one where I actually painted the tail insignia on Sopwith camel, and you can see it's a different red to the tail red there. And yeah, they gave you a decal to do that with, and I've gone with the option of painting it because, well, why not? I can. Why not? I want to get back to that one. What I was building there was the Sopwith camel who actually shot, who was credited, was the point, with shooting down Richthofen. But I don't know if you've ever worked with a Rodin kit, but they could be quite a heartbreaking experience, and that one certainly was. And so I sort of like walked away for a while, and then I came back and I realised I was missing a part. I should get back to it. Because then if I actually get around to finishing all those Richthofen kits, I've got the guy shot him down as well. Now, which one of these goes on which way? 9. That one. I'd say that there's a little circle thing there. I'd say that's a fuel thing. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So, alright. Not help. Robin. Okay. So, what other point of reference can we draw? There. Yep. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, there was another aircraft I did some roundel work on with the insignia. That was it. I actually sort of used the colouring of it anyway to on my Typhoon because you could build it with the gun bays open. I did. You actually sacrifice a small part of the roundel decal to achieve that. But on the bits that were meant to be the underside of the, imagine this being the gun bay area. It's open, of course. The top of the wing goes under there. Actually painted under there a bit where the decals were missing the relevant colours. So as to, we'll go this one first because I can see I've got a bit of water on it. Nice one. So that I could make it look the way it would look if, or when the, yeah, get the idea, I'm sure. This one actually goes on the other side. The reason I'm doing this first is because I've already got some water on by accident. Let's do this. Hey, I'd be stoked to get all the major insignia on. Then get the 109 down, hit the small decal soften before getting some of the tech decks done. I'm actually going to read the Tamiya instructions and see how long they say to soak the decals. I'm pretty confident it won't be as long as I am doing here. um, but hey. Alright, so here we go, shall we? This is a long decal. You know what would be cool? Modeling shops sold the stencils so you could actually do this. As far as just paint the colours the way. That'd be kind of cool. Actually, you have to be able to do it. But don't waiting. Shouldn't take this long, you know. I think we're good to go. Whichever thing. Not helping. That's fine. We all go from there, be damned. Yeah. Okay. Bit. You can't see. Boom. Yeah. So, finally, the last major insignia. Or last of the major insignia for this aircraft. For all the major insignia. Actually, wait, we've got to do the underside of the wings. 109, but that's a pretty minor deal. Certainly got all the ones that are unique position. Alrighty. Alright. Yeah. Thank you. I'll be pretty happy to get all the, as I said, all the major insignia in position. Then what we're going to do is hit the, what I'll probably do, the time here is now 6:30 and it's heading towards my recce time. I'm going to get this last one in position on here. I'll get the 109 down and we'll hit that with some decal soften. And then I'll be back in a couple of hours. And we'll start doing tech decks on both of them. That's my plan. And even just, let's face it, the amount of time it's taken to soak these bloody decals. Yeah, it'll take a while on its own, dearie me. But, yeah, the, rather looking forward to the Tamiya decals, I think. Well, I am, and I expect that, as I've been waffling before, I think they will make me a happy man. Based on the, leave everything else. Over 300. Fuck. That'd blow your brain, wouldn't it? But mate, you've almost got me interested just for the challenge. What scale would it be with 300 decals? What, 1:48 or? Because that's the thing. On the 1:72, you don't get as many decals by virtue of the fact that the writings, you're just not going to see it in any consequential sense. I think the most decals I've had to operate with is 50 odd. But that's not really that many. How many have I got on this one? Does it go up to 50? No, it goes to 49. 49. One is to 30. Yeah, well, I thought it'd be a bigger scale than 1:72. As I said, a lot of the stuff on 1 is when it breaks things like where the writing might be, that maybe that big potentially. 72 times smaller, really. You know. That's something that was actually my mum does. Or did. She's not really physically able to, unfortunately. Miniatures quite seriously for a while. I've had this guy come out and who does work with silver. And as he explained, look, look at what scale you're working with. What you got to realise is that any error, okay, you might be 1 mil out, but if you're dealing with is a 1:72 aircraft, say for example, there's a 1 mil gap in your canopy. You're actually talking about a 7.2, well, 72 mil gap in your canopy. 7.2 centimeters, so what? Almost 3 inch gap. Yes, that's not going to work well. And these are things to consider. And it was interesting. Something I hadn't considered in that context. Well, I had, but you know what I mean? As I pointed out to you in that regard, that everything is, you're making, if you got something out of position, then that's what the reality of it is. Yeah. I guess that also applies to depending on how much detail you can get on it. That's one thing did notice heavily. I've done 1:48 so far, which I've done on the T34. And indeed the stack and the amount of detail is far greater than you would get. It's a lot more cooperative thus far. Yep, yeah. Two milestone. Yeah. The risk of pitch. There we go. That's looking nice. Further down to be consistent. More bud. It's cooperative at least. Boom. There we go. So, I'll pop that. And bring this down. And in this instance, all we're going to do is hit it a bit of decal soften. Then, Ricky. Here's part of the issue with the petting house decals. Actually, I wonder if I can. Surgical scissors, what I really need there to get that fixed, but I can try to get it nailed down with soft. Okay. Right. Now, what I might do. Let's see. Only thing I actually want to check out here very quickly. Where okay. Yeah. Can I use the Timir decals for the underwing here? Further to the petting house. So let's have a look. Find them. Oh, conveniently. Nice one there. The Yonkers. Uh, aha, here we go. Now, they need to be like that for the undercarriage. Not quite. Right. Looks like we're going to be dealing with petting house again. That's okay. Deal. So, those two need to go on the underside. May as well get that done now, in my opinion. Then I'll take that break. Yeah, no, that's how it's done apparently. I'll show you the like that. It does look odd, I'll grant you. And on other schemes, I've seen the stripe goes right the way over. But there we have it. Yeah, it's a strange one, I'll grant you that. No argument here, mate. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I would have thought the yellow stripe would have gone all the way over and there probably wouldn't have been that yellow squiggle. Squiggle. Mr. Squiggle. But the point being, as far as we know, that's what we have. So just run with it if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Those two that we're going to need for the underside of the wing. Now, beyond the, on the whole, though, I'm pretty happy with how the measure split's coming up. A lot of that I would attribute to the kit being, to me, yeah, look, I'm sorry, I'm really stoked with them. Certainly had me very keen to purchase more. There are a couple of kits of theirs that I'd seen that I did want to get anyway, so that sort of deals the deal for me. You off, buddy? Have a good day. Oh shit, yeah. Yeah. My yeah, I'm just saying goodbye to my housemate. He's going to work. My I also have to move the car because we're about to get our gutters done. Have my car out. It's going to get covered in shit. Nobody wants. Certainly I don't. Really unlucky. The wind will blow a whole stack of shit into the shed, which is where I do my airbrushing. So none of that do I want to have. Ooh, that's a close one. That's fine. Place is good. Decals that are almost all backing. Alright, almost ready for the first one. Should I do all my scalpel work first? Part of me is tempted to do all my scalpel work. Indeed, I shall. The petting house actually weren't that long to soak as the Airfix ones. I need to be a little more aware of that little fact. Oops, dang, not with you. Let's see what I'm doing. Petting house decals, I think I might have told you yesterday, the backings are huge. I'm trying to trim them down. Also very heavy backings. I'm not a fan of either. But what's to do? Cha, cha, cha. Right, there's two decals we're going to whack on the other side. As I said, break time. Then stack of things on both kits. Giggity. Mostly it'll be decal time. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Alright. Okay. There's some, as a quick little aside, there's something I do actually marvel at with the Tamiya kit. It's on the propeller blades and the tail fin, and look at that for balance. Sexy shit in its own little way. Just sits there. Bang. So you're not. This is tidy work in my eyes. However, dual angle too, so I will put that there. Now, where exactly does the decal go? Huh? Easy. Jolly good. Together. Let's see how we do. Very, it'd be nice if there was an absolute like, universal consistency as to how long decal would take to be ready. That'd be kind of ready. But there isn't. I think the water's starting to get a little cold. I was told to use tepid, which is yeah, well, just beneath lukewarm, around uh, um, just under room temperature or around room temperature, depending where you are. I think this water could probably use being a bit replaced, which I will do during the break as well. There we go. Steckle. Get our other tweezers. Get you back in position. Yeah, pardon my language. There we go. Yeah. Uh, got it in position. It's all good. Almost like those. Let's get this other one. We're doing all right, mate. We're doing all right. Last one for this session, anyway. So, possibly tomorrow we might be able to get onto weathering, man. That'd be cool. I like doing weathering. Then be able to get the chipping done. Chipping tomorrow. Yeah, and then weathering. Yep, absolutely. And then it's the last steps on both. We'll have both of these done midweek next week, I reckon. Yeah. Now, All right. Boom. Okay, we've got all the major insignia on our both our aircraft. Oh, apart from the swastika, we'll do that after. All right, I'm going to wind the stream up for the moment. Oh, it's for a couple of hours. I'll get some fresh water going as well for our next session. Um, all right. That's a shitty camera angle. Need to be a bit more across this way. Perhaps. There we go. Oh no, we were good. All right. Well, that's this session done. I'll be back in a couple of hours. You will indeed see me in about two and a half hours, buddy. And yeah, we'll see just how much we can get done on the Junkers and the Messerschmitt. The Messerschmitt decals aren't actually that extensive. We might even get them done today, and that would be awesome. There's quite a few for the Junkers, but hey, concern is not there, my man. Okay. I will. Thanks for watching. This is for any other viewers out there. Thank you for watching as well. As always, and you know the spiel, in pins, but I'm just saying this for others. Feel free to track me down on other platforms, whichever platform you're watching me on. I am Rob the Builder on Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. And Robster the Builder on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Magic words: follow, like, subscribe. Alrighty, I'm off to get some brekkie and to move my car so I don't get leaves all over it, and ultimately to shut the shed door. Alright, thanks everybody, and I will be back directly.